The Tories have brought the rail strikes on the country through their refusal to enable both unions and Network Rail to negotiate. The Tories need be around the table too, and they've been repeatedly absent, leading us in part to where we are today. Instead of addressing this situation, however, the Tories, as ever, are siding with the bosses, looking to break the unions instead. People need to understand what this really means. They're opposing a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. They're opposing safe working conditions and safe conditions for passengers. They're taking the side of exploitation. They're taking the side of grinding people who may already be struggling to make ends meet get ground down even further. This is the Tory attitude to trade unions. They're there to be busted. To which end it's been revealed that Boris Johnson wants to use agency staff to break the strikes. Scab labour, essentially, but he's run into a bit of bother over that. Such a move would break international labour laws, and it's not just the TUC telling the Tories this, it's the Recruitment and Employment Confederation too, who represent some 3,000 agencies offering staff to fulfil short-term labour needs. The trouble is, such agency staff cannot replace the skilled staff needed who are currently on strike. Not only will they not have the necessary skills or knowledge, it'll create a more unsafe workplace, not just for workers, but for the passengers too. Laws to stop this being done were introduced in the 1970s by the then Conservative Prime Minister Ted Heath, yet Johnson and his business minister, Kwasi Kwarteng, are pushing to repeal those laws. Now, the REC don't want this any more than the trade unions do. They do not want their agency staff being pressured into unsafe working situations. Many of them will not want to cross a picket line and be labelled a scab either. They've learned their lesson after the P&O debacle a few months ago, where agencies earned themselves a really poor reputation for supplying staff then. The Tories condemned that at the time, and now here they are doing the same thing themselves. This won't stop the strikes. Poorly trained agency workers will not be able to replace them and deliver a quality service. They need to get over their hatred of trade unions and, by association, their hatred of the working class, daring to want rights to a decent standard of living, and get on with letting the unions and employers enter proper, meaningful negotiations. They want workers to turn on workers here, have us all fall out with each other, stand shoulder to shoulder with them instead.